Hello and welcome. We are about to dive into a financial mystery. But here's the thing. It's not about complicated spreadsheets or risky stock market schemes. Nope. It's all about the simple, almost invisible habits that can totally reshape your financial future. Think about it. Have you ever known someone like this? They live pretty modestly, right? Their house is simple, they're not wearing flashy clothes, but then you find out they own a couple of shops, some land, and have investments you'd never guess. So what is their secret? How do they do it? Well, it's not because they're smarter than everyone else, and it's definitely not about being luckier. The real secret is all in how they think about money. It's a completely different mindset. And that's exactly what we're going to break down, the simple, actionable habits that build real, lasting wealth. Okay, our first rule is a total game changer. Seriously, it flips the whole idea of saving on its head. It's the principle that saving isn't what you do with leftover money, it's the very first thing you do. So look at this. It really lays out two totally different ways to operate. The common approach, what most of us do, is you get paid, you spend your money, and then you try to save whatever's left, which, let's be honest, is usually not much. The wealth approach, it's the complete opposite. You get paid, you immediately save a portion, and then you live on what's left. It's a small change in order, but it guarantees you're always building for your future. And this is what we call priority saving. Before you even think about paying a bill or buying groceries, you carve out a chunk for savings. The source we're looking at suggests about 30% as a benchmark. You're essentially paying your future self first. It's a fundamental shift from saving leftovers to making your future a priority. And if you're wondering just how powerful this one little habit can be, well, the impact is huge. The source material shows that by consistently doing this, you can build up some serious capital in just a few years. It's not magic, it's just the steady, incredible power of consistency. So saving your money, that's step one. That's your offense. But the next big challenge is protecting it, playing defense. Because let's face it, our world is basically engineered to make us spend. Which brings us to our next key idea. Just look at this list. It's like a daily battle for your money, right? You've got discounts, flash sales screaming for your attention, one-click checkouts that make spending frictionless, and on top of all that, there's that constant social pressure to have the newest, the latest, the best. It's a nonstop attack on your savings. This quote from the source just hits the nail on the head. It's so simple, but so powerful. Spending money just to impress other people is a financial black hole. Because when the bills come due, those people you were trying to impress, they're nowhere to be found. So what can you actually do to fight back? Well, the source gives us this amazing, simple trick, the 1-week delay. The next time you get that sudden urge to buy something you don't really need, just wait for 7 days. It's incredible how often that I have to have it feeling just disappears. The impulse dies down and your money stays right where it belongs. This kind of discipline also changes how you look at debt. See, not all debt is created equal. There's a huge difference between productive debt and consumptive debt. Productive debt is like a tool. You use it to buy things that can make you more money, like capital for a business or a rental property. But consumptive debt, that's for stuff that loses value the second you buy it, like a new phone or designer clothes. The wealthy mindset avoids that kind of debt like the plague. Okay, so we've covered defense, saving your money and protecting it from temptation. Now let's talk about offense. Because to build real wealth, your money can't just be sitting on the sidelines. It needs to get in the game and start working for you. Your money really only has two possible fates. Idle money, the stuff just sitting in a bank account, is like a melting ice cube. Inflation is slowly, silently eating away at its value every single day. But working money, money that you put into assets, that has the power to grow, to compound, and to multiply itself over time. So how do you actually put your money to work? Well, there are a bunch of ways. You could start a small business, maybe become a trader on the side, or invest in something solid like property. The most important takeaway here, though, is that you don't have to be afraid to start small. You don't need a fortune to begin. Every huge company, every massive portfolio started with one small step. Now, as your money starts working and your income grows, you have to watch out for this huge trap called lifestyle inflation. One of the entrepreneurs in the source said it perfectly. If your income goes up and your lifestyle immediately goes up with it, you're not actually getting ahead. You're just running in place, but with more expensive shoes. Real progress happens when your income grows, but your spending stays pretty much the same. All right, we've talked about saving first, resisting temptation, and investing your money. Now let's bring it all home and talk about the single most important piece of this entire puzzle. And here it is. This is the simple, hard truth. None of these ideas are complex, right? You don't need a PhD in finance to understand them. But, and this is a big but, just because a concept is simple doesn't mean it's easy to do. Understanding is one thing, but actually doing it day in and day out is a whole different ballgame. At the end of the day, building wealth isn't really a test of how smart you are. It's a test of your character. It takes discipline to save when you'd rather spend. It takes patience to watch your investments grow over years, not days. And it takes consistency to make these things a habit that you stick with no matter what. And this brings us to what the real prize is. It's not just about having a huge bank account. It's about becoming smarter and wiser with the resources you have. Definition of wealth. So I want to leave you with this one question to think about. 5 years from now, looking back, which small habit that you decide to start today will be the one that completely changed your life? Remember, the biggest financial transformations always begin with one single simple step.